Ready? 3, 2, 1. Close enough.
Whatever.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very laid back and kind of late episode of Manchild's
Late night.
It's like on this cusp of being late.
Yeah.
It's like reasonably late, where it's like.
Actually, I can tell you, in the cable broadcast industry, the hours between like 12 and 3 in the morning is late night.
Yeah, we're like after hours.
3
This
in
is
the morning.
after hours. This isn't third shift yet.
Yeah.
3 in the morning to 6 in the morning is overnight, and then once you get past that, you're in morning of the next day.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we're like
Joe, what are we listening to?
we're like the after dark.
Oh, we are listening to a Brazil. Well, right now we're listening to nothing because you turned it off. Oh, actually, it's still going. We're listening to Brazilian doomer music. Music for the dejected young man who feels lost in the world, but that part of the world is Brazil. Because, you know, the language is pretty and the music is pretty.
You know, this is just bossa nova, but it is doomer. It's a more somber.
Yeah.
It's a more somber thing.
I have
And
a
was
question
reading.
for you.
Yeah.
What is doomer?
Doomer? I think
Yeah.
Joe could probably answer that better.
Yeah,
than I
please
could.
enlighten me,
All right, doomer is...
and possibly the audience too.
Well, you could define it in a number of ways. One common definition is a young person around our age who took a good long look at the world and determined, not going to look so good for a while. The economy, society, culture, public well-being, it's all going down the pooper. So there's not much reason to like put any effort into anything. Also, this person might be feeling dejected off of things in their own personal life, things that other people are doing to him. He feels pretty hopeless. You know, that feeling of doom really encompasses him. And this character that is like the scraggly cartoon guy with a little beard.
It's a feels guy.
The feels guy.
Feels guy.
Him in a black beanie and like a black hoodie and like a janky old cigarette in his mouth. Yeah.
Oh, hey,
So
Jordan.
I was like,
that
black beanie. It's like, okay. Black hoodie. It's like, oh, okay. Cigarette. Ugh.
So that little doodle is
Uh-huh.
so able to be connected to so many young men. He has become a strong meme, the doomer. And there are all kinds of different flavors of the doomer. The Nightwalk doomer, the Brazilian doomer, the Lion Cook doomer. I don't know. I could probably make a meme of like the art school grad doomer.
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And
Relatable.
you can find all kinds of different versions of him on the internet, and some people will tailor them to themselves. So yeah, he's like a little idol, a little symbol. Yeah, I think you get the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Just want to say. By the way, your voice is loud enough.
Is it?
That's not a diss or anything. I'm like, damn, this thing does not like.
Do me justice.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Like your voice is good.
Yeah.
If anything, this should be.
You very
It
much
should be
have,
for emphasis.
if anything, that makes me quieter.
Exactly.
you very much have that like radio guy voice.
I
Where it's
can
like
do
it's
that.
very, yeah, it's like very distinct and like it's like that like assertiveness in a way. Yeah.
You
Where
said
it's like
radio guy, and I thought, oh, this is radio 104.1.
like kinda.
There's
Yeah.
that, which is kind of like.
well, that's like jockey
Exactly.
jock radio.
Yeah. If I'm gonna
I'm
be
thinking more like.
Hello and welcome to the S4M. My name is Jordan.
Yeah,
Today we're going to be
right.
cruising and vibing to the realest tunes. I hope you have a good morning, evening, and if not, good afternoon.
I've been wanting to start a radio for a little bit, like shit
Should.
like this,
Dude,
like a lo-fi radio station. That's my intro.
why don't we do that?
Yeah, you know that's actually an idea. I don't need to talk into the mic. That's actually an idea that I had, where it was
We could
like,
talk about the news.
It could be something as simple as that, or
Yeah.
it could just be us, like a live stream, like on Twitch, and it's you or anybody. It could be Trae.
Yeah.
That's why I set up the space partially.
Yeah.
Like somebody could be painting here. There could be some great art going on over there. Someone could be using the desk. Somebody, if you are a DJ, can be DJing on that table right there. That's why I set it up like that.
We could have a weather guy.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like 96.5, Mark the Shark,
96.5 TIC.
I forget what it is. I forget the whole thing.
TICFM.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I would love to do radio. Like if I
Here,
can,
give me your radio thing. What
A
you got
radio
for
thing?
radio? Yeah, what's your radio voice?
I don't know if I would have a radio voice, but I would just love to be on the radio. Just kind of just like talk about stuff. You know,
Chuck's
just
is
like,
kind of
like, hey, welcome
pull that
back.
together.
It's like, welcome back, everyone. It's like today we're gonna talk about blah blah blah.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do it for a while.
Yeah.
You know, if you assemble a playlist, the only shitty thing is you can't post this shit on YouTube.
No.
Because of the fucking copyright. Everything's copyrighted.
Yeah, YouTube is kind of like no man's land at this point, where it's
And
like
it sucks.
it's hard to like push content like this without it kind of being like, ooh, no, not allowed. You know, it's just like.
Like, do you know how badly I would love to? I wish, because I use Squarespace, but I'm sure I can figure it out with enough people's help. Just post like make my own website and have a video client on there.
For sure, yeah.
I would be so much more happier because then I could feel more free to post whatever I want to people who actually want to view.
Yeah.
And just like have support through Patreon compared to try to do shit through YouTube.
Yeah.
Because YouTube right now, I feel like it's just like you need to make like kids content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I have an idea.
What you got?
I want to read a news article that I just pulled out in a radio voice.
Okay. Do you want to give the microphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
At a Friday event, Elon Musk revealed more details about his mysterious neuroscience company Neuralink and its plans to connect computers to human brains.
That's a radio guy voice, yeah.
While the development of this futuristic-sounding tech is still in its early stages, the presentation was expected to demonstrate the second version of a small, robotic device that inserts tiny electrode threads through the skull and into the brain. Musk said ahead of the event he would show the neurons firing in real time. The Matrix in the Matrix. That's fucked up, dude. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, dude. I took some acid and I had a very deep meditation. And I was like, that's probably not the best idea. I really don't think Neuralink is gonna be.
You know what my favorite part about the whole situation is?
Yeah.
I don't need to go and buy a Neuralink. I could just stay away from that shit. Like that, and that's what I plan on doing.
But the thing is, it's gonna make you. It's like what Adderall did to people who have ADHD or anything like that. It's gonna make people so much more smarter. Imagine having the wealth, like Google, inside of your brain. Like you want to know anything. I think.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
That don't sit right with me. Yeah.
No. Like I'm cool with. I had the thought where it's like I'm cool with non-invasive stuff.
Yeah.
But the second like you start drilling holes into people's heads, even if it's because apparently they're hair thin. The second you start drilling holes into people's heads just to put neurons in, I don't think, or whatever in, electronics in, I don't think that's a good idea.
It's already bad enough because like they're kind of already pushing it with like invasive apps with like how they push our data and shit like that. So it's like the fact that like they would even kind of tease this, it's like no.
Yeah.
Like after everything that's like been going on with like whatever Facebook, TikTok's like the biggest one right now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like. Yeah, no, I don't need any more of that. I don't need you kind of invading my shit. And it's like, I understand to a certain degree, it's like, it happens regardless of whether or not we have control over it. But still, it's like, I still want to at least have the satisfaction of knowing that some of my stuff is like mine, that I can kind of have control over.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I feel like so many people put so much of their life on the internet. And I'm a victim of that. Like,
yeah.
Like, people post shit every single day. People post selfies every day. This is where I am. This is where I'm at. And,
Yeah, and the thing about
this is what
that
I'm
is-
doing.
But like, I don't really see that as in. I mean,
But those people are making the decision to post that.
Right, I was
themselves.
just gonna say, like, I don't really. If you're making that decision, like, I don't really see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
I just think you have to be. There are certain times where it's like you have to be very. I think nowadays, like, you have to be very protective of like how you put things out there,
Right.
or like how you put yourself out there.
Do you think it's because, like, well, let's just say simply, like, jobs, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if people found my page on fucking Instagram, they're like, this kid is a little bit wacky. Or something like that. Or, like, a metaphor, like, they saw the side of my car. I pulled up for an investment firm or whatever, and they saw the side of my car. And they're like, maybe not, you know? Yeah.
I don't know, but like, I mean, I'm sure they can probably say the same thing about my page, and like, even though I don't post crazy shit, it's just like, I'm sure like certain political views I have and certain things I put out there, I'm sure there's some people that are just like, oh no, this kid, no. You know, what did Jade do?
Off on her own adventure, man.
Sometimes she'll just mosey into the yard.
Yeah, she's a very wandering dog. Like, she likes to be around people and just make sure everybody's set and okay.
Alright.
But, like, homegrown, this is like her neighborhood. Like, we have an electric fence. We don't really use it.
Yeah.
Like, she'll go in. She doesn't really do it anymore. She did it when she was
Is she the
younger.
town guardian?
Yeah, sure. Well, at least this little strip.
Cromwell
This little
has
strip
a homeless guy that's a town guardian.
here. Really?
Yeah, his name's Scary Larry. Everyone
that's
really
a-
likes him.
Okay, that's a kind of a bad name for a good
Yeah.
dude
No,
That's
it's like
kinda-
one of those
kinda
ironic
shitty.
names, like when you find a big giant guy and everyone calls him Tiny. Although he does look scary. he's big and tall with a big fucking beard and like raggedy clothes.
Sure.
But like he is so gentle and nice and warm when he talks to you. Yeah. But he just walks around all homeless.
Yeah, Sarah double fisting some. Sarah's off camera. But
Yeah.
Sarah double fisting her Starbucks tea. Is it tea? It's tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it
Rip
because it's
tea
not
bottle.
caffeinated.
Word.
You got
Not
2 of those?
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I got the same thing because I can't tell.
Oh, because you went earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're okay.
All right. I was like, where'd you get
I
to?
also have chips and cookies if you guys get hungry.
Dang.
You mentioned food, Jade comes back.
Yeah, exactly. We heard food.
I heard food. I
food?
returned.
But yeah, I would love to start. Just flashing back to that, I would love to start a radio station here and really kind of.
I would love to do like interviews
I've been waiting for a person like. Okay.
with like
So what would you want? Who would you want to interview?
Interview me.
just anyone.
Yeah?
Anyone. Yeah.
Interview
That'd
me.
be fucking sick. Ooh,
Ask me a question.
Watch the microphone. Watch the microphone, puppy.
Hi. Hi, baby.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. She's good.
We're good.
Um.
So to ask you a question.
Yeah, interview me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, kind of put me on the spot because I would have to.
You're good. You do research on the person. Would you do research?
Do research on me.
Yeah, I would do like a little bit of like background.
Look at their socials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you made this post on March 23rd. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah. Like I wouldn't necessarily grill people, but I would kind of just like I don't know,
No,
just like
if I were interviewing you,
yeah.
I might call her and stuff.
Actually, here, Sarah. Oh, this might not reach. No, it actually might. Here, in case, because we're all good. In case you want to talk about it.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
The scythe.
My scythe! No, not my scythe. That's my stick.
Oh.
Paintbrush.
So like just like from looking at your Instagram for like 20 seconds, not even.
Yeah.
You do a lot of material, like you.
We can hear you.
I don't like hearing me.
Oh, come on, it's not
It
that
looks
bad.
like you're using like a lot of material that's not really conventional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're using like I would just say maybe a quilt, a sort of clothing, acrylics.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm looking at these like choppy things, and it's Jade's hair going.
So like I would like ask you like why do you use that specific like why do you use
Right.
that instead of canvas or why do you go bigger instead of smaller?
She's interviewing you now, Trae.
Yeah.
No, I am not.
Yeah, you kind of are. That's an
Alright,
interview. Yeah.
try to answer me.
Okay. What was the question?
So why do you use like unconventional materials?
It was
and
kind of
from larger spaces.
it was kind of going back to like senior year where it was like we were
Not
working
high school or college.
college. Yeah, University of Hartford. Where it was like we're working on like a thesis. So it was like I don't know. For me, I always like to kind of experiment with different material and kind of just like because I get bored with like this doing the same thing over and over again. So then I kind of just like play around with different sort of styles and material, and then I think eventually people were like kind of saying like, oh, why don't you play around with like material other than canvas, like try wood or like try fabrics, and I kind of just did that, and then I kind of just went from there, and then also kind of tying into like certain themes of my work too, like in relation to like family and certain traditions that they sort of hold and I sort of like not like disagree with, but I kind of just like kind of observe, and then just kind of playing around with that, and just sort of like the intimacy behind using just like using certain clothing that like it kind of takes on more of like a personal symbolic nature versus like just a material thing.
So was college the first time that you started experimenting with different materials, or did you do anything in high school that was kind of weird on
I did nothing in high school.
So you didn't do any art at all in high school?
I did art in high school, but it wasn't on like the level of like this.
It was like traditional.
Yeah, and then like I didn't start taking art seriously until like I got into college, like my second year. Like when I really started taking art classes, I was like, oh yeah, I like this, and then I kind of just went from there.
What made you decide to kind of transition to art? Because I'm sure when you were at MCC, you weren't necessarily. Were you studying art? It's probably a better starting question.
When I first got there, I was kind of like on the fence.
Sure.
So I did like I kind of banged out my gen eds first.
Yeah.
And then I started taking some art classes, and then I started taking more of them just because like I think a lot of it had to do with like the group that I kind of associated with, and also like certain teachers that kind of encouraged it. So then I think after like a long talk with one of my professors, I kind of just made the decision. I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and study art, and just went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Got you.
I had to write papers.
Yeah. Be productive. Unlike us, idiots, we're just piece of shit.
Art.
Well, we're not taking any. Well, I'm not taking any college class. I don't know about this kid.
Can you loop this over you, man?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
Here, I just.
How's your college going, Jordan?
Oh, I still have to apply.
Oh, cool.
So you didn't do anything collegey yet.
Well, I did. I have to fill out. Yeah, you almost got it. You almost got it.
So no assignments or coursework or studying or.
Nothing yet, Chief. I have to.
Okay.
I have to fill
That's
out
good
a
enough.
medical release. I have to fill out a few medical releases, essentially saying where I was during my absence from, I guess, the entire spring semester, and then I have to fill out some other stuff for like public safety or whatever. So yeah, so I have to do that before I can even apply, and then a few other things have to happen. So it's probably not going to happen until like the end of next week. So I'll probably be in, if I choose to go, which I probably still am, but I'm probably going to not go on campus. Probably going to stay here because it just
Just do
has space.
online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take it easy. You know,
Yeah, it's probably the best bet.
Make sure there's still room though.
that's the important part because I just don't want to be taking crap classes. I want to be taking stuff that's actually progressing my major. You know,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here, man. Getting the fuck out of University of Hartford. Not that it's bad. I just wish that COVID.
You gotta
that
move
everybody
on with
was-
your life.
Exactly. I would want to start the radio station. I would want to throw more jank tanks. I want to focus
Right.
more on this. You know.
You
Some
could
of-
try like online programs like Udemy and.
I would want to finish with the University of Hartford personally. That's the only thing.
Okay.
You know.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really wish that like certain teachers came back. I really wish the Powers was back because I would love to talk to him about painting and stuff like that. You good?
The
Yeah.
vibration on my phone is broken,
Oh.
so I have to smack it every so often for it to start working again.
Just to let it know who's boss.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I really wish Powers was back.
Yeah.
Or Power was back because that dude is like a genius when it comes to painting, and I feel like he could help me out a lot. Hero because I wanted to teach me welding, like
Yeah.
really good welding. But apparently, like none of the teachers who I want to see, and then Tom left.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
Tom
So
was
the
the
school is a
big-
shadow of its former self.
Literally, dude. And
sure.
you know, I'm not about it. And then plus paying all this money just to stay at home and take classes online and all this.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
You could quit.
No, and the only thing that's keeping me from quitting, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing because there's plenty of successful artists and people, and I have friends who just have the high school diploma, but I don't want to have on my resume like high school diploma, you know?
If you're doing
like
all
that.
this stuff yourself, who cares about a resume?
Because eventually I need to have I need to have a money source before. You make a good point, but I need to have a money source like before.
Then I
can
have a
accomplish
question
it.
for you.
Yes.
So you have your position at FedEx.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about the guy who you answer to, the guy who gives you orders. How much do you think he makes?
Maybe $2 more. Maybe two. Actually, I think that I make about $13.50. I think managers. I'm sorry, dude. I think about managers make closer to 18. They say you actually get 15. But so it's like a $3 increase.
Okay.
But that's still not a lot.
Okay. So with this graphic designer job, how do you think you'll be making more than 18
No,
an hour?
but that's the funny part. I'm not gonna go into a graphic design firm. I would not.
Then
one, I
where would
not
you work
last.
with this art school degree?
Exactly. So am I
You
wasting
don't know.
money? Yeah, am I wasting money for it?
You might be.
You know what? You know what happens? I hop out of college and I just go right back to the basement and the motherfucking garage, dude.
Or the FedEx.
Or the FedEx.
You're there right now.
Yeah, grind it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you could save your money now, or become where your boss is right now,
Sure.
or you hop over to Amazon where they give you 15 an hour flat,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where you're pretty much doing the same thing, or easier,
Yeah.
right? And then you just earn your money there, and then do another part-time job on top of that,
Yeah.
and you have enough fucking energy to do this on top of those jobs.
Mhm.
You're making your money there,
Yeah, dude.
and
I
you
can
don't
pay
you
off
don't need
whatever
no
college.
fancy dancy.
piece of paper.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
you're not going into graphic design anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice backup just in case I don't have to, but just in case I need to make some extra cash. You cold?
No.
You sure? Okay.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
a nice
Huh?
backup just in case.
Yeah.
Now,
I know.
are you sure that's not empty language?
You have a good point, but a lot of it is for my family.
A lot of it is for my mom, honestly.
What do you mean by empty language?
Like what I'm
So
saying.
like when someone says, "Oh, it's just something to fall back on,"
Yeah,
it's just something
there's
that
no weight
someone is
behind it.
so used to saying.
Yeah.
But like when you actually try to put that in practice, it doesn't really go as easily and swiftly as he's always said.
Mhm.
She hurt her paw. She keeps looking at it.
No, she's just cleaning herself. Yeah, like getting at the. It's like scratching, but she's just using her
She's
teeth.
in the queue for so long. I like got worried.
No, she's good. She does that all the time. But yeah, no, I think it is a whole lot of empty language, dude. And if I had my way, if I was paying for college myself, and my parents, both parents actually, were not so, you know, I'm not saying, like, if I really had a sit down conversation with them and be like, okay, college isn't hitting right now. I'd rather pocket the money or save the money or take a very long, like, quote unquote, sabbatical or break from it and focus more on working at FedEx or working wherever, trying to make a little bit more money and working on my personal projects like this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure I can have that conversation and it would be fine, but there is a certain part inside of me, and it is pride, and it's kind of like Zuko reclaiming honor, you know, from fucking Avatar: The Last Airbender, whereas like I have to capture the Avatar, man, and the Avatar is just that piece of paper that's just gonna hang on my office or just sit and like this fucking pile of sketchbooks that I have is just gonna sit in there.
2 questions.
What you got?
Number 1, say you do graduate and you get your degree, and with these convictions of, oh, something to fall back on, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, something that I conquered, would those convictions really be as strong when you're, like, not as far as you think you could have been if you just pursued Chucks from the get-go? Also, say you do conquer that college degree, I could tell you, since I graduated, it
Yeah.
feels like a whole lot of nothing.
Exactly. My friend Morgan told me that our first child. Our first child.
For
Oh my
sure.
god.
our first Manchild
Manchild
support.
guest,
Yeah. What was about that entire thing. It was about
Yeah.
that entire thing. Life after college, and you're like, yeah, nothing changed.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
because it was like, oh, it's the real world, your life changes. And then it's like, technically, whatever you do that didn't involve school during summer break or winter break is pretty much your whole entire life.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Amazon, you go to Staples, you go to FedEx, or you go to the falafel place, no one gives a shit about college. That's its own little planet,
Yeah.
right? And then, like, when people, you're dealing with them, and you're trying to say, hey, here's the value I offer you, they're not going to give a shit about the school that you went to.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what they do give a shit is your capacity to do FedEx work.
Yeah.
Or your capacity to make a kick-ass fucking radio station,
Mhm.
because clearly that's what you want to do.
Exactly.
Because you're here doing it.
Pretty
If
much.
you really wanted to do school stuff instead, wouldn't you have that paperwork all sorted out a long time ago?
Yeah, I would have
Yeah.
had it sorted out like midsummer.
If you
compared
wanted to.
If I wanted to.
Look at all this shit together. This desk didn't get here on accident
Yeah, man.
because you wanted to,
Uh-huh.
right?
I put love into this, and I don't put love into my schoolwork.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like,
Suffering, dude.
is that a new or old habit?
Jake called it. That was pretty sick. Oh, it's an old habit. I was talking with my therapist and my girlfriend about it, where I was like, if I do care about something, like Chuck's, or like my new company that I'm starting, or the radio station, you know, I will put 110% of my effort into that shit. You know, I'll make sure that it gets done. I'll check, or like a jank tank.
Yeah.
You know, I'll make sure that I check all the boxes with that. But if I don't give a shit, I just won't give a shit. You know, I feel like it's wasted energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a decision has to be made there then, where it's like, what do you value more? Where it's just like, your, you know, jank tank, the radio, you know, all this other stuff for school.
Yeah.
And that's a decision, because like I don't really, like I hear what Joe's saying, but I don't really like the whole like, I guess, you know, circle it back to the doomer mentality, but like,
Yeah.
I don't really like that just because, and like, again, I understand it. Like I'm you know, like I'm freshly out of college too. So it's like, I'm living through it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't, and it was funny because like I've had conversations with like old coworkers where it's just like, so what are you going to do with the college degree? And like, my answer's always been, I don't know, but I have it. And then I'm sure I can do something with it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't really see it right. You know, it's just, I don't really see it right now, but I'm sure in the future it'll come through. And it's, but I mean, that's just like leap of faith, where it's like you made this decision, and if you're passionate about it, like, just go for it.
I think the question.
I think like, I know for me personally, it's like, for me, it's always been what's more important, making a shit ton of money or just being happy. And like I constantly have to like sort of cycle back to that question and sort of really honestly look at what's making me happy, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That question, what are you going to do with the degree? I think it's worded incorrectly. I think it would be better said, what are you going to do with the information you get from the education,
Sure.
right? Not necessarily the scrap of paper they hand you.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Yeah.
you can do. I'm sure you can do plenty. You can do plenty with like all the information, all the stuff that you learned in school. I think it's just a matter of how you apply it and kind of just being a hustler about it and trying to figure out like what works best.
Yeah. Wait,
And,
sorry
like-
to pause, but we just got a 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Where it's like it's kind of just having like that hustler mentality. And it's like, and like I'm not, just to keep in mind, it's like I'm not like saying like I know what I'm doing or anything like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's like I'm weirdly not sort of stressing out over it, or at least not that much. Where it's just like, I think as long as like you just keep going or keep grinding, it's like opportunity will present itself. As time goes on, it's like as you kind of keep building and building, it's like sooner or later, it's like something's gonna come up. I just think it's just a matter of kind of keeping that perspective.
It is.
Yeah.
And I do believe in a higher
But
Sarah-
like circling back to like
yeah.
the thing where it's like it's like a decision you have to make where it's like what do you value more, like education or jank tank or like the side stuff that you're doing, and like that's I'm sure plenty of people would say like, oh, you should get your education, like need something to fall back on. It's like, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. I'm more along the lines of like, you should do what you want or what you think you would get the most out of. Like I pursued a bachelor's because I know that's exactly what I wanted to do. And like it showed.
Yeah, go for it.
And it showed like because like you've seen me in school, where it's like all the fucking time I was just like,
I think she wants to go that way.
all the fucking time I was just like grinding.
In a second.
So because like that's what I wanted to do, and I was happy.
Yeah.
So
And that's part of the reason why I like school. But COVID is a very strict thing, is a very big thing, and I'll get to
Yes.
that in a second. But that is a really big reason why I like school. One, it provides a really good structure system. All the resources over there, like the printers, the scanner, everything that I use or can use, the studio spaces, everything is there. At least for art students.
like school, especially during like COVID times, like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if I had it my way, I would have went back, just because I need some form of structure.
Now, one
Yeah.
question.
But at the same time, it's like I can kind of skate by and not have to worry too much. But again, that's just more. It boils down to like, what do you really want?
Now, one question.
For me or for Trae?
You.
Okay, yeah.
So say you graduate from this wonderful place with all these resources.
Sure.
What are you going to do when they're all gone? You can't go there no more. This is all you're going to have.
Yeah. I mean, alright, sorry. My girlfriend texted me and I just have to make sure that she was okay. You got a good point, and the biggest thing is just steal them all. No, the biggest thing is steal them all. But in the same vein, just take the resources that are there and just work at FedEx or work at Amazon or work wherever to eventually buy them and bring them into my environment. Like literally, the only thing I need is a printer, a scanner, and a Mac desktop, and that's everything that UHeart has given me. Besides literally a space to work, which I have multiple now, and maybe some good resources of teachers, and that's just getting their email and seeing if they want to meet up for coffee to have a conversation really quick.
Sure.
Yeah, everything that I can do or should do is within reach, and I know that I would be so much more happier if I could have kind of like the nuts to just, and I'm sure I do, and this might be like at the end of this, might be a conversation that I do have with my parents, where I'm like, I think I might want to take a longer break, maybe take this semester off of school, and really put it in paint, dude. Like really outfit this, really hang out with you guys, and try to build something here. And that's what I tried to do, I think, a few semesters ago, and even over the summer. Just to see if this shit can actually work. And even through the first Jank Tank, I think, were you there? I know that Trae was there.
I wasn't at the first Jank Tank.
But, dude, shit went off. We had like
Yeah.
150 to 200 people show up, and it was the shit.
And that was your first time.
That was the first motherfucking one.
Imagine
That
when
was-
you
that was
get
pretty
real
wild, yeah.
experience
Yeah.
putting organizations together.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
what if at some point in time I had a house and it wasn't necessarily COVID and people were pretty cool being around people and the 6 feet wasn't necessarily 6 feet, but everybody was okay with it or whatever, and I could set up my space. Like, I could set up the back, like, I have a huge backyard. Set up the entire backyard and just throw jank tanks there and keep it all centralized and localized.
I was telling Sarah earlier, I was just like,
Yeah.
like I think one of my goals is to like sort of study real estate,
Sure.
like look into it,
Mhm.
like buy a house, like flip it, and then just convert that into an art space.
It's so much better than moving. I was talking with my other friends here, not this
Yeah.
one, but yeah. Instead of moving to New York or moving to California and
Oh.
trying to make it there,
Dude,
chill in Connecticut.
like
Chill
chill
here.
here.
that's
Chill
honestly,
here.
I've actually been thinking about that a lot. Like ever
Mhm.
since I came back from Georgia, like I've been
Yeah.
really like like hardcore thinking about it. It's like I think that's kind of the move where it's just like
Yeah.
take what we have right now, just convert it into like
Yeah.
art
We got
spaces.
New Haven,
Mhm.
Hartford.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is so much cheap real estate that doesn't take that much work.
and there's
Just
so,
to
and
convert.
what's really distressing is the fact there's so many like unused spaces in Hartford alone,
Yeah,
and it's just like
because people think
How-
it's a dead city.
how cool would it be if like
Well, taxes are strong there.
yeah,
still-
that's true.
Yeah.
But like, how cool would it be to like just take that space, make like a little gallery out of it, or make it like a space where it's like artists can come and kind of just work on stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
Me and my friend Kevin, actually the motherfucker who wanna
The motherfucker that wants to score up
Uh-huh.
on
Well,
September.
you want to score up, but
Well,
yeah.
I know for a fact he wants to after I just called him out.
Okay, fair enough.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see.
Yeah,
The 6-foot fight.
the social distance boxing match,
Yeah.
Jank Tank,
September 12th,
Heaven
Heaven
Skate
Skate
Park.
Park, downtown Hartford,
Yeah,
7 p.m.
bring your 20s,
Bring it 20s, man. Bring it 20s.
because boy needs to get paid.
No, seriously. Yeah, like he found a really dope space,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah.
And me, my friend Sarah, and him, we all have to have a really good sit down conversation and talk. Where we're like, we can renovate this. It wouldn't take that much,
Right.
and people will come.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the cool part. You don't need to go. People definitely come.
And that's the thing that like artists in like the 80s did.
Yeah.
Like I was reading this book by Jack Whitten.
By the way, thank you for showing me him. He was fucking
yes, he
fantastic.
wrote
He
it.
did a piece in the Wadsworth. Too.
Yeah,
Not the Wadsworth,
yeah. Like
Uh-huh.
when they had Afro Cosmology.
Yeah, the Afro. That was a beautiful.
That was a
piece.
great.
Yeah.
But he wrote this book called Notes in the Woodshed. Yeah, Notes from the Woodshed, where
Mhm.
and he talked a lot about like his early career and stuff. Like I think he was living in New York.
Mhm.
It was like during like the 70s or 80s, and like that's kind of just what they did, where they just like, and you know, obviously New York in the 80s was a very different.
Yeah, it was not
Very
the New
different
York that we know
time,
now.
but, like,
yeah.
They would just take these spaces that were not being used and just like
Set up shop.
set up shop and just like have all their artist friends come in and just like hang out and stuff, and then you know eventually those turned into like galleries or just like spots where like it just thrived. And I feel like we could very easily do the same thing.
No,
I think it just takes a lot of
planning.
planning, a lot of effort on all of our parts, and also luck too. Like if we're gonna be honest, like
Yeah.
you gotta have like
Capital.
a fair amount. But yeah, but I think it's doable.
I
And it's something
definitely
I know for sure. It's something I would love to look back on and
Now I have
be
one
like,
question.
I would do that.
What's
yeah.
going to be the difference between talking about it and doing it?
That's what Chux is trying to do, dude.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm slowly trying to build it here, but the hardest thing I find, and it's super easy. It's a super easy thing to do. Is just finding the confidence to hit up people and being like, "Yo, let's make something today." And
For me, it's more just like finding people or like talking to people that actually like want to take me seriously.
yeah,
Yeah. So.
because a whole lot of this can just be like, "Oh, he's just dreaming." It's just a whole lot of.
Which I
what did
mean,
you say?
yeah, of course I am.
Mm-hmm. But that's
You
the
ever write
point.
grants to a state?
No.
Oh, because the state of Connecticut has this department like of arts
Mhm.
where you can like find their website and like they'll
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you what you got to do to like write an
Write out
application
proposal,
for a
yeah.
grant, and they'll give you money for whatever operation you want to hold.
something to look into, I guess.
Yeah,
I think
like
that'd be actually amazing thing to
there
do.
was this when I graduated that summer of my graduation, there was a this nonprofit that helped people learn how to grow food. It was the Keeney Park Sustainability Project.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. So the guy there, Herb, he's like the man in charge. He like runs everything.
Yeah.
He is a champion at writing grants.
Mm.
So I was looking into it because he wanted me to like do this oil drum painting thing with like some school kids, and I was like looking into like getting grants for it because if you want to do a nonprofit thing, like that's the avenue you got to do.
Yeah.
But then it was like a lot of time. I had to find a jobs and like I needed real money.
Right.
Even he said, if you need money, like a job is what you need.
It's just like something that's sustainable for right now, and then just kind of try to hustle as much as you can.
Like that's a lot of entrepreneurs do that. Like they'll either earn capital with sweat equity, earn it themselves, and then like maybe the remainder they'll get a loan, and they'll just try to grow it from there.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, great things happen out of haste. Like, do you know how The Simpsons got started?
No.
My entire life.
Do you know how The Simpsons
My
got
entire
started?
life, the 11th hour. Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay,
No,
so
enlighten us.
the guy behind it, Matt Groening, had this little comic series called Life in Hell, where there were a bunch of these like bunny people that he made very dark comics with these characters.
Sure.
And some guys from Fox got wind of it and were like, this guy's pretty good. Why don't we have an animated series of this? So he's like, okay, well and good. So the day comes, he's about to have a meeting with the people on Fox. And he's sitting there in the lobby waiting for the meeting so he can go up to the elevator to the meeting room. And he's sitting there thinking, Life in Hell, this comic is my life's work. I don't want to give it to some big corporate conglomerate like Fox. They cannot have my baby. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get some of my scrap paper here, and I'm going to doodle them a bullshit little, cartoon family. And he like scribbled names of his own family, like the little girl is Lisa, and the mom and dad are Homer and Marge, and like the kid is just an anagram of Bart. And then he's like, they can't have Life in Hell, that's mine. I don't care if they tell me to go to hell with this scrap. And like he didn't even care that they were poorly drawn because he figured the animators would fix it. That's why the first episode of The Simpsons looked so janky because the animators didn't fix it. And so it was a shot in the dark, but then Fox was like, hey, you're smart, I guess we'll put it on. And then Simpsons became a fucking animated, juggernaut.
Yeah, it's
and
still going.
You could look it up, the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, all men are created equal. We are created equally by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. So I was reading about that in a college class. And when they were writing that, they were under the gun. They were stressed, like, shit, guys, we got to get this declaration out now. So then Jefferson's like, okay, what's everything we have to say in a nutshell? And then he scribbles that out. So, that happened in haste. So, whatever this is going to be, it's going to happen because it has to.
Yeah.
And because also another thing I heard is someday is code word for never.
Never.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
And I noticed also, if you're ambitious about something, or at least when I am, and I talk about it, my brain gets the false satisfaction of having already done it.
I feel like it's what happens so much with me.
And
I think it happens to a lot of people.
Like the grant shit that you said. Imagine if that is the key. Like Chux needs let's say $5,000 just to get off the ground, just to buy a very small space or to outfit my basement, to buy proper lighting, camera, and painting supplies or green screen equipment. Painting supplies doesn't matter. Supplies.
Yeah.
And then enough to. Oh, you good?
I was worried about your camera.
No, what you do?
She knocked
She
it.
yeah.
It's
Even
okay.
she knows, she's like, oopsie.
Yeah, no, it's still recording, so it's all good.
Okay.
Jade can do no wrong.
Chux needs $5,000 to get off the ground, and all it needs is a grant. It gives us $10,000.
Yeah.
What if it's only one step in that direction to do it?
Yeah.
And I completely believe that Chux and all this shit, the artist collective that we are trying to foster, definitely needs a whole lot of work. But I think that where I'm faulting is, I think that I can do it all on my own, and I'm not looking towards other people and friends that can potentially help me. I don't think that a podcast by myself would be nearly as interesting as, well, actually, it would not be as interesting as, yeah, it was just called out. Thanks, Sarah.
Well, because
It's, yeah.
You can have as many episodes as you want talking about yourself.
Exactly.
So my niche is different than your niche, which is different than your niche, which is different than your niche. So therefore, we just created a 4-person community
Yeah.
that can reach 4 different groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're the steak, I'm the potatoes, he's the broccoli, she's the
Yes.
corn.
Yeah. You get a nice dinner compared to just mashed potatoes, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
mashed potatoes slap though.
No, they really
Yeah, like,
do.
what the fuck?
But mashed
With some
potatoes
gravy?
with gravy?
Corn, I love corn. Jersey
Yo, corn's
corn,
the shit, dude.
Sprinkle some bacon on that shit.
Ooh.
Like,
Yo,
bacon,
yeah.
dude.
some
I
fresh
don't eat bacon.
summer
I know,
corn on
but-
the cob with some strong butter on it.
Yeah.
Get some Old Bay on it.
There you go.
There you go.
There
Y'all
you go.
got Old Bay up here?
I
In
actually
Maine,
think
they don't have Old Bay.
that's weird.
I know.
I'm just gonna pretend I know what you're talking about.
It's what they
You know
put
what
on
Old Bay
crabs,
is?
dude. It's what they put on crabs. It's the only seasoning that they put on crabs and crabs.
If
Bake.
you had, did you ever have Fox Nest at school?
Once or twice,
Oh,
here
dude,
and
they
there.
put on the fries. Yeah, they put on the fries.
Really?
That's what that seasoning was. Buddy, what's wrong?
She's having.
I think a mosquito got her on the tail.
Oh,
That's my guess.
it could be.
Buzzy said she's got the zoomies.
But yeah, I'm totally down to do this stuff.
Yeah.
The ideas are here. It's just about consistency at this point.
Right.
Like me and you, not me. Well, you have your own stuff.
Do you want to know
I
what the
completely
secret for
acknowledge that.
consistency is?
What?
The magic sauce?
What's the magic sauce?
Habit.
Word.
Because, like, the things that you do that you don't think about every day,
Mhm.
that's where the consistency is. Like, what's something you do every day?
Brush your teeth.
Sure.
Right, yeah. Now, you don't have to fucking rack up the discipline to
No, you
do
just
that,
wake
do
up
ya?
and do it.
Yeah, why? Because you've been doing it the last 20 years.
Yeah, totally.
And so it's just got to be something you get up and do. Now, have you ever exercised so bad that your bones were sore the next day?
Trae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't want to exercise that day, do you?
I still do.
Well, yeah, but you don't like it. Now, wouldn't you like it better if your bones weren't sore?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's why when you do something, it has to be in an amount that is so approachable, it's not as much of a chore where you don't do it.
Yeah, so compared to like exercising, metaphorically exercising for like 2 hours, you exercise for like 30 minutes. Oh, there's this, I'm not going to say it because I don't remember it that well, but you are correct. Yeah, you exercise for like 30 minutes and you will do it for 7 days a week, and that equals whatever 70 times 30
So
is.
what's the equivalent for you? If you want to do something consistency relating to all this shit,
Uh-huh.
then what's the bite-sized piece that you can do every day?
Well,
Because if you're too ambitious, you're gonna shit your pants and not do it.
Well, yeah, seriously, it's hiring a fucking team. It's hiring a team.
You ain't gotta hire well, I'm here for free. I ain't getting paid.
I know. Well, hiring a team, assembling the Avengers, dude.
Yeah.
Just assembling the Avengers.
To do what? What tasks do you need to get them completed?
Well, the thing is, like,
You don't know.
no, I totally do. Like,
Okay,
I
same.
need people to have conversations with, like all of the podcasts that we do and stuff like that. Have different guests and stuff. Like, have people to interview people. There's eventually a time where we're gonna take this not on the road, but like around Connecticut. It's gonna
Yeah.
be very Connecticut.
Oh, that's
centric.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I like
we're,
that.
Yeah,
I
we're
like
not
that
gonna
idea.
go on fucking like road trips all the way to California. No, it's gonna be in Connecticut.
That would be a dope, kind of one-off though.
Like
yeah,
a
exactly.
Like
it's,
a
it's
one
a one-off.
Just
but
like-
the,
a
If
one
you ever,
season
if you ever take Jank Tank on the, or is this Jank Tank?
well, it could be Jamestown.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I can-
anytime you take this on the road to California specifically, just let me know.
Oh, you
So
got it.
I will go with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be the shit.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it would
And
be
just
like,
meme the hell out of that ride
oh
the
my
whole
God,
fucking time.
It would be
and just do
fantastic.
stupid crazy shit. Yeah.
So what do you need people? You need people to have conversations with.
I need
to talk
biggest
to.
the biggest thing, Joe, is I need a half decent editor. I need a half decent
Video editor, photo editor, audio editor. Which one?
We don't really take photos because that's just we don't really do that. Video editor. I call it, when I was Manic, I named them. I think it was Brick. So essentially, I could take this raw footage. I would have them have their station. I would give them like, let's say, $20, and I would just be like, okay, look through the.
Use like Fiverr.
Oh, because I don't trust Fiverr. Fiverr's good, but I would rather have a person that's in town, local, and consistent that I could just call up and be like,
And that's part of like building a community too. where
exactly,
it's just,
compared
like,
to just
you have
sending a person
somebody
$5.
around that knows their shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're just like, I really think a lot of this will be luck, as much as like
A lot of it.
I kind of fell asleep for a minute, so I don't
We
know.
saw it, yeah.
Yeah, we
so
were
I-
knocked out.
We were
Yeah, I was
watching
like,
it.
damn, started sleeping.
That'd be a cool like segment where it's just like put the camera on her and
Yeah,
just watch her
just
sleep
sleeping.
for like 5
We're
minutes.
just
Yeah, it's like all quiet.
Uh-huh.
But I think a lot of it is luck, and I think until you have that kind of viral moment,
Well,
I don't-
you cannot
actively create the viral video.
You
It just
shouldn't
kinda
count
happens.
on that.
No, not at all.
I think until
Yeah.
you have that viral moment,
Mhm.
a lot of people won't take you super seriously.
No, completely not.
So once you get that viral moment, I think that's when you'll be able to really branch out
Definitely.
and create like the community that you want. But until then, I think you should look at every available option. And yes, Fiverr is a certain sort of disrespect to the art community as a whole.
I'm not saying it is,
No,
but
I'm
no.
saying
Okay,
it
yeah,
is.
sure.
Because like, you know Andy, the VCD teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and I had this conversation where we like kind of were like, yeah, like it's a disrespect.
Mhm.
Because like
It's
when I make
undervaluing.
a logo for a bigger company, it takes a good 2 months.
Yeah.
So you're saying it can only take a day, 2 days, and
No.
like on that, like that kind of level I get it, but I just don't think that you should take anything for granted until you have that moment where you know you're secure enough to be picky.
Yeah. But again, like my girlfriend.
Sorry.
No, I was wondering what you're doing. My girlfriend she actually was the person who edited the most current Jank Tank video at the skate park,
Oh, nice.
and she was in
That's
love
pretty-
with the. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
She fucking killed it, dude.
Yeah.
We had like 20 minutes of actual footage. She reduced it to a minute.
So it sounds like your girlfriend's a strong editor.
Yeah.
Okay, that thing you just said that
Yeah.
you needed a strong editor.
Done.
You just solved your problem.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
What other tasks? What's keeping in your way?
What's next? I need a person who likes to do research on people, and this doesn't have to be one specific person, but for interviewing, because Jank Tank is gonna be, yeah? Okay, yeah, dude, if you...
He was
if you-
just talking a few
I know,
minutes
really,
ago
we're
about.
literally
I
just
know,
talking about that.
But, okay, so we're assembling the Avengers, but yes. But the thing is, like, let's say with Jank Tank, like, all of the artists that come in, eventually their sets are gonna come off, and then let's have a person there with a camera and a microphone and be like, all right, so let's talk, like, just
Sure,
on the
yeah.
side and just have a conversation.
So,
with
I mean,
them.
I like asking people questions regardless. So it's just
You
like,
have a nice,
Right.
gentle, approachable demeanor. I think people
He's
can
such a-
talk
he's
to
such
you.
a nice guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's work on that.
An
Do it at fucking
interviewer,
Jank
an
Tank.
editor. Now what else do you need?
Okay, so we need an interviewer, we need an editor. We already kind of have talent. Talent is just, us. The one thing that I would outsource, which I actually don't mind outsourcing, is creating T-shirts and stuff like that. Creating T-shirts, creating hats.
Teespring, shit like that.
Exactly. Like I could just use like Redbubble if I really wanted to. and
There you
just-
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, literally, and just collect like whatever cents that comes off of that.
Or you could even just get those iron-on T-shirts.
That's exactly what I was getting. Like we have screen printing stuff, but the process to make a screen
No.
is so because I don't like the quality of the iron on.
But
the
you'd be
heat press.
surprised, though.
The
'Cause
heat press is what I like.
When I was a senior, I did like a gun control protest.
Sure.
Or not a gun control protest, a gun protest. It was after Parkland.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, my contact just flipped with my eyeball.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
it's always fun.
So
Are you all right?
yeah, it's just like stuck in the corner of my eye.
I'm praying for you.
So I used the screen. I used like the iron-ons,
Mm-hmm.
and it came out really nicely.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough, I was actually surprised.
What happened to that paper?
Huh?
Yeah. What happened to writing that paper?
Yeah.
I wrote half of it.
Okay.
Really? Oh.
Close enough.
It's only 3 pages, double spaced.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's basically nothing.
Okay.
It's like an intro, like, what do you know about this course? Oh no, oh no. She's,
Okay.
It's gonna come out.
So let's. Oh. You good? Everyone.
This is
So we
fun.
have Trae on interviewing.
Sure.
Okay. Sick. We have Trae on interviewing. Mr. Padilla, what would you like? I think it's just kind of you and me kicking it at the radio station, pretty much.
We just.
Oh, I could
did
help you
the-
put shit together. I could like
That would be
you know,
really nice.
try to recruit people. I
That would
could
be
help
really
you
nice.
on graphics,
That would be
artwork
really nice.
that you put on like shirts and shoes and shit.
Yeah.
I
Always
could.
need artists.
I could maybe write a grant here and there.
That is something that we definitely need.
I could.
It's not legal, but a person to do legal shit.
Actually, Joe, can I ask
That I
you?
would outsource to
What
a
would
lawyer.
you?
Okay, word.
How would you approach grant writing? Like, is there a certain process to it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm curious now.
I do know that Herb, he's written a few in his day, and so if I really needed help, I could reach out to him for
Yeah.
advice. I could. What I've done, I looked up on YouTube people who have written grants that like were successful, the advice that they have, and then what you're gonna find is that you need research to be like, okay, this thing that I'm writing a grant for, it's going to be useful to the community for this reason, and I need grant money for this reason.
And also explain why you're the only one doing it.
Right. Yeah. And don't expect it to work the first time.
Right.
Because you got to imagine how many, like...
How many grant proposals they get, like, all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Sarah, hold on. Just take
It's
a
like a
pause.
cover letter where it's
Sarah,
just like,
open up the bag
Yeah.
of
or
chips.
anything like that, where it's just like,
There you go.
I think it takes a while before.
You know how I open them shits? I just, like, squeeze the bottom, and then the top pops.
I'm just because I didn't want to make noise.
I appreciate it.
You just take a bite, and it's just like all the audio is just like crunch.
Yeah.
It like,
I'm gonna be back.
ASMR?
I'm gonna fill this with water.
I can go for it.
oh, we should do an ASMR episode.
We could totally do that.
I fucking hate ASMR.
I find it relaxing, dude.
I
love the
hate that
chiropractic
shit.
ones.
Nah, fuck that.
Chiropractic ones? Oh my god.
Fox's ex was super into it. He'd be like, let me practice on you, and I'd be like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, let me crack his back really quick. Perfect.
And we're back. How are we all doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty alright, dude. I'm doing pretty alright, you know. I just have to learn to have more confidence when it comes to asking people for help because I realize end to end it's going to be for the greater good. Like imagine if you become like, not necessarily like an art war, but you become very well known for like your interviewing skills and on top of that, you are like one of the world's best painters.
Yeah.
Or artists in general.
You want to hear
Yeah.
some advice from a mafioso?
Ooh, okay.
Do what you do best. Delegate the rest.
Yeah, I think I've heard that. I think from you before. I think I've heard that from you. What? Oh,
That's precious. That's so precious.
yeah, she does that, dude. She's cute. Jade's putting her head on Sarah's lap because she wants some salt and vinegar.
It's like the most precious thing.
And she just hit the camera. But it's okay.
It's alright.
Jade can do no wrong.
No.
Right, baby girl?
Jade's our mascot, by the way.
Yeah.
She is. She's Scooby Doo's girlfriend,
Yes.
if anything. Yep. Watch the mic.
Watch the
Yeah,
mic.
you could literally see the spike to where she hit it.
Watch the mic.
Watch the mic.
Drop
the mic. Watch the mic. Yeah. But the things that Chuck's has going on right now are definitely Jank Tank. And then all of the podcasts that we do, Manchild support. I want to start the thing, it's called the S4M which is just a radio station.
Yeah.
And that is basically where we take, I think the better move instead of taking like already used music is to get like local DJs and stuff like
Sure,
that
yeah.
and set them up in kind of like this space and just allow them to create.
Plenty of local.
Like on
Yeah.
104.1, they do homebrew sometimes.
What's that?
Oh, it's when they get like a local rock band and then like they give them a spot on the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and I think just having like a lineup and just doing it on like a Monday at early when nobody's at
Wait
work. and we can do it
Wait a
from there.
minute.
Yeah.
You just reminded me of this kid that I used to be friends with a long time ago. He was a radio guy.
Sure.
Yeah, like he had his own ham radio. He'd dial in. He'd like introduce himself to people, and like they had their own ham radio. And like, yeah, I don't know how ham radio works though.
I think that what I've learned is that it might not necessarily be we need to erect a fucking radio tower through my roof.
Yeah.
I think it's
Although
more.
that would be cool.
It would be fucking sick. Imagine having like an actual ass radio that can like reach FM.
Yeah.
That is the goal. But I think having something that's akin to that, you know, so it's a
Yeah.
little
What
more
if we
original.
brought the radio back?
Well, we could.
Yeah.
Without fucking
Yeah.
commercials.
Radio's dead, but we can revive
We
it.
can revive it, man. Like the fire.
Like the fire.
Or we could do like the internet equivalent, which is like podcast number 7051.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely become very saturized
And
saturized market,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Overly saturized, I would say.
When you want to break into a market, you got to figure out how you're different from everyone else.
Sure, yeah.
But I think that I hope that thing can hold on. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I don't mind, but yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. I knew what you meant. I know what you meant.
I just like to have the microphone because I like to feel
It-
important.
No, but it's a feeling.
Yeah.
You just do this, you're like,
It's the feeling, yeah.
What's the
shit.
button for?
which button? This?
Yeah.
That's to unplug it. Just to take it out.
I might have unplugged it when I was speaking earlier.
No, you can. Can you hear my
Yeah,
voice?
yeah, you
louder?
can hear.
No, because I was playing with it and it went click and I was like, oh.
But yeah, no, I think that's something that we could do is learn from. It's like learning how to paint from the old masters. You're not going to necessarily do their style, but you take little bits and pieces from their style and then apply it. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anyway, here. Feeling bored.
Thank you.
I'm gonna roll a cigarette really quick.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. It's just like kind of just make it our own.
Exactly.
Yeah. Add your little Chuck's flair.
That's
A
exactly
little-
what you have to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Whatever that flair may be,
the
which
whole
is totally you.
yeah, the
Yeah.
whole concept behind Chuck's. And
Yeah. What
the
is Chuck's?
The
Just-
cornerstone. Yeah, I can tell you
What's
about
the
it.
difference between Chucks and Jank Tank?
There you go.
Okay, so my friend Tim asked me this, and I actually had a pretty good response. Chuck's is like McDonald's. Jank Tank is like the Big Mac.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
one.
Uh-huh,
Even
that's
though
a good
McDonald's is trash, I like that one.
one. Ooh, you think McDonald's? What's your not to sidebar too far, but like what's your fast food choice? You got one?
My fast food choice?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably just Wendy's.
Okay, word.
Yeah.
Wendy's is a strong option for me.
That's respectful.
Yeah.
For me, it's McDonald's because it's just nostalgia.
Wait a minute.
That's the only thing I ate
Does-
as a child.
Does Chipotle count?
Yeah, sure, but I don't think it's like within the same
It's
range.
fast.
No, but it's like Burger King,
I
McDonald's.
kind of look at Chipotle the same way I look at Subway, where it's just like,
It's not the same.
it's
not
not
the same general
quite the same.
Yeah, it's not the
It's
same.
like within the same.
It's one notch above all those guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
like
Yeah.
that.
It's
Oh.
like not quite fast food, but it's also not like
You know who
other
I can't
like
resist?
sit down restaurants. What's that?
Yeah.
Popeyes.
Popeyes
Really?
is good, man.
You don't like Popeyes?
No, I said I can't resist them.
Oh, you can't resist. Oh my
Yeah.
bad. Because I was about to fight you. That was gonna be like fight number like what 3 for
Yep.
No.
the score
Yeah.
up series
For the
in a.
Squirrel series and
Now,
Jank
if
Tank.
someone wants to, disagree with you, I will join you in the squaring of up.
Okay, good. So I have a partner.
Okay,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
can I talk to you about what I think you guys should do for Jank Tank for the square up, the 6 foot square up?
Talk to me.
Okay. Can I have a microphone?
Yeah.
Because the microphone cannot pick me up. I'm not as
Yeah, for sure.
So basically, it's a shorter version of this game that I've been creating called Bowl. The basis of it is
Bowl?
Bowl. It's called Bowl. BOWL, like a football.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is what it is. You pick your color. So it's either black or white, and it's not based on race. It's just, let's say you want a black. I was talking to my friend Sarah about it, and she was like, "You might want to be careful about that, Jordan." I think that
I don't-
some people.
I didn't
might pick
really.
black
I'll be
for
honest.
different
I
reasons.
didn't. When you said that,
Yeah.
that was not my immediate. Like I was thinking of like the primary colors,
Exactly.
like not like
Thank
racial.
you.
Things.
Yeah, not, it's
I don't know
like,
what
it's
your
not
friend's
about-
on, but like
it's not
that was
about
not my
race.
first reaction.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Yeah.
though.
What
So
you got?
If I was fighting you, and like for some reason you got white and I got black, I'd be like.
I think
But
that
at the same time, if it was reversed, I'd also be like.
I feel like people. It's like it's not that deep, but people. will
Yeah, I don't
definitely
think it's
into
that deep, but like
It's definitely
definitely
not
into
that
that.
deep, but like people on.
there might be
Twitter
some
would-
people.
Yeah.
I
Look,
get.
Look at that. Sarah's wearing a white shirt, and Trae's wearing a black shirt. So
You could do
Like,
red and
send
green.
this.
Yeah.
No, I just fucking
Can't do red and blue
that.
because
Uh-huh.
Crips and Bloods that might get a little messy too.
Red
Yes.
and green.
I don't Halloween.
That's hot. That's Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Yeah.
Bro, what did I say?
Halloween.
I fucking love Halloween.
Yeah. Spook season. Anyway, it's called Bowl. The only thing you would need is a can of spray paint,
Okay.
a white and a black shirt,
Mhm.
and a face mask, which we already have to wear because it's Jank Tank.
What do you just spray each other?
Yeah. So the basic thing is you spray around a ring as big as you want.
Uh huh.
And the objective is technically it's this in the real version is to get the other person in the other color. So if you're black, you have a white can of spray paint, and if Kevin is white, he has a black can of spray paint,
Uh huh.
and you guys have to stay within the circle, and whichever one can cover the other one. Let's say like there's like a square right here
Yeah.
on your chest. Fastest is the winner or the winner of the fight, and they get all they get all the 20s, they get all the money.
Yeah.
Sounds like Tad.
Kind of is, but it's better than getting kicked out of Heaven's Skate Park because someone beat the shit out
That's
of each other.
true. And also, just want to. Can I,
Yeah,
can I just-
yeah.
I also just want to specify this is not like a real
It's
like
not a real fight.
a
yeah.
real boxing match.
It's
I was
not
kind
a
of just
boxing
saying it. Sorry.
No,
I
but
was-
still, it's something we could do.
I was kind of just like saying it just to hype it up and be ridiculous.
it could be the meme though.
It's totally the meme, but like I just want to put it out there. It's like we're not actually like fighting. I don't have beef with anyone like for real. But
Oh,
it's
I know.
just, but you know, it's just I just want to
It's just something.
get back at Kevin
Yeah.
because of what he did. Even though I appreciate what he did, but I still want to get back at you. But
So then what you do is you make.
I think that's my question is
Yeah.
so.
Because I've been working on this for a while, and I would love to hear.
So if I
people's
understand it
fucking-
right, it's like we're spraying around. Are we spraying each other? Or are we spraying around?
You're spraying each other. So imagine me and you were squaring up, and you had a can of spray paint here, and I had a can of spray paint here, and you have basically a box that you have to hit.
I feel like that might be a little dangerous.
And
Just
that's
because,
exactly the point.
just
That's,
because
it's
of like
not
the,
good, but yeah.
just because of like getting like getting like that spray paint, like sort of like around your
in
breathing
your eyes and everything.
area and eyes and shit like that.
You would need like those.
Unless like you had like
roll-on
protective
masks,
gear,
yeah.
like protective like face
That's
like
probably what's gonna end up-
coverings.
Yeah.
If that's or like helmets
I think helmets. You're gonna definitely need eye protection because like
for
I don't-
sure. Yeah, like
yeah.
goggles
I mean, what do you think about using just like regular house paint,
and just like getting a.
paintbrush, or like the rolly paint?
I was thinking about
Wait,
that.
have you guys ever
too.
used an airbrush?
Those would be sick.
Yeah,
You need a
so like
Those are
how an
pretty wild.
airbrush works,
Yeah.
the paint inside
Mhm.
is just normal acrylic ink.
Mhm.
And although I don't want it in your fucking airways or
Yeah.
your mouth or nose or anything, I don't think it's as deadly as the shit from a spray can.
Right.
The only reason I would do it, I'm sorry, G.
You're good.
The only reason I would do it from a spray can is because they're a fucking $1, and I'm thinking this on a larger scale.
Yeah.
But I would be down for anything that would be a general equivalent. Like you guys could take fucking brooms and have a bucket of paint next to each other,
And just
And
like
just-
fucking splat each
like
other.
shoot.
Yeah, I think that would be more. Yeah, just like kind of like throw paint splatters, and whoever gets
Yeah.
splatted the most, pause. Gets it's like gets the 20s, gets all the 20s,
It's all the 20s.
in like the most non-sexual way I can put that.
Yes.
But yes, yes.
Two grown
Because
men.
like when you really break it down and think about it, this is kind of weird. But like
Be a lady.
I'm
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
but
Yeah, aren't me and you fighting?
Yeah. Would you be down?
apparently, yeah.
Would you be down to pretty much get covered in paint? Not necessarily get covered, but I'm assuming you would wear like.
If I was told in advance, yes.
Okay.
If it was spur of the moment, no.
Yeah. Well, this is why you have the fucking conversation beforehand. Look.
Because I dress to impress. So
Yeah.
if I was wearing a cute outfit.
yeah, I think like
What if we had like a jumpsuit?
that's what I was thinking.
Like a jumpsuit, yeah.
Or like
And a hat, yeah, like a hazmat suit or like one of those like Dickies.
or like
full
some
covers.
yeah. I was thinking
Those
like
are
those.
expensive. The
Well,
Dickies
what would be the cheaper version of that? Like literally taking a trip to Savers and just, huh?
Like one of those like plastic hazmat suits. They might be hard to come by now. But
Well,
like,
yeah, no.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the hard part. Especially those face masks are fucking expensive.
Yeah.
That's why I think we should now use paint
Right.
instead. Plus, it's Heaven's Skate Park. The place is covered in paint, so that is the perfect
Yeah.
location.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like having some sort of like, cause that'd be cool too. Just like
it'd be
having.
cool if you could glow. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
What you
Glow
got?
in the dark paint.
It will get
Ooh,
dark. That'd
yeah.
be pretty fucking
That'd
sick.
be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like
You
that.
can make a music video with that shit.
Yeah.
And the necklaces. I'll wear a crown.
Yeah. That'd be cool if like you had like a specific like Chuck's like suit
I would want that.
that people would throw on. And it's
Like
just
the
like
slow-mo guys have.
yeah.
I don't know if you'll watch the slow-mo.
I don't watch the slow mos, but I know who they are.
I
But yeah.
never really. I see them on my Facebook every so often.
I'm just trying to think. I mean, matter of fact, I think a trip to Savers would just solve the problem.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I feel like that applies for a lot of things.
That
Well, it's
applies
fucking
to like my
Chuck's
life.
classic,
basically.
dude. Yeah, trip to Savers would pretty much solve the problem.
Yeah.
And just go into like the workman's gear, just go to like extra large t-shirts and try to find just like a clean-ish white t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then just like some really shitty pants that are like way too big and buy a belt. And
Is Savers like a
Remember-
dollar store? Or?
Savers is cheap. Like you could probably get the entire gear, maybe $10, maybe 15.
You know,
It's like another Goodwill.
Yeah, it's Goodwill.
So
You know-
it's like clothing that's recycled.
Yeah, so people
Clothing,
would donate it.
sports
And then
equipment,
Sports stuff.
furniture.
they have
Yeah.
fucking
Oh,
everything.
wow.
Yeah, they have
yeah, like a
everything.
lot of stuff.
Even more so than Goodwill, I think.
You know what would be a cool idea though?
What you got?
So like, I think like what would be cool, would, like, the two people squaring up.
Yeah.
They would like choose what color they want. Like say for example, I choose like purple, and then like Kevin chooses yellow or something like that.
Sure.
And then both of us like we'll throw like we're all like both of us are just wearing pure white, like white shirt. Somehow get like white pants.
Or just like gray or something like that.
Yeah, like
Lighter.
whatever equivalent. Yeah. And then just the objective would be to like get as much as like the opponent's color on them as possible.
Kind of like Splatoon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that idea, dude.
Yeah, I like the idea of just like throwing paint, basically having a paint fight.
One
it would basically be
question.
a paint fight. Yeah.
Go for it.
What if an individual is colorblind?
Oh.
Oh.
Well,
Well, then-
most of the time you're not colorblind to all colors, and they
You
do
can still
custom.
distinguish values.
Shout out to Devin
Yeah.
Savino, who's colorblind.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't
So,
know, I don't know if
Jordan,
you guys know Devin.
I
but-
think his idea would look like this.
Basically.
Yeah, they're in suits. They got the
Yeah.
masks.
But the only problem that I see with spray paints is you have to get incredibly close
Yeah.
to actually make a
Right.
mark,
yeah.
and it would just take
What
forever.
if you did like water guns, but instead of water, it was paint?
Fill with paint?
Because I feel like that would be. I would like the idea just to do water guns because that basically is the end answer, you know. But I feel like
Wait a minute,
I'm
what about
an old man
paintball?
for samurai, huh?
That sounds
No,
a lot like
that's
paintball.
That's painful.
Well,
Yeah.
you can get
Yeah.
Nerf guns, fill the cartridges with paint. They
Uh-huh.
won't fire as fast, but they'll explode on impact.
That is also another thing. I was thinking about making a CO2 gun. This is actually what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
A CO2 gun that basically you put paint inside. So like you would get like fucking that, and then if this is the CO2, you just
Yeah.
and then you pull the trigger and it goes whoosh like that, and that's how you do it. So it's more like a splat compared to a paint gun where it's a projectile and it fucking hurts when it explodes. You know?
Right.
So-
Paint gun, not spray gun.
huh?
Paintball gun?
Paintball gun, yeah. Yeah. So there's a few.
So if we
different
have a
things.
sport with those, that's just paintball.
Yeah, it's basically paintball,
Basically
but
paintball,
less
yeah.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, you could use brooms. Like you could. I think like. Oh, you want to go inside?
The only issue I have with that,
She's good.
whereas like I feel like if people saw us hitting each other with brooms, I feel like
You'd end up on the news.
Police would definitely.
yeah, I think people kind of come to break up the venue, and it
Sure.
wouldn't be a good look. So I think whatever's like less
Just
looks less crazy, I guess.
looks less like two
Looks
crazy
less
people.
like two grown men like about to kill each other, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if you use the pool noodles? Put them with paint and then you have
That
to
would
what?
be pretty funny. Just
Oh, yeah.
pool noodles, just slapping the shit out
Yeah.
of each other.
I was thinking like, you know how when you,
You
were
just
a
dip
kid,
them in
you would
paint?
put it in the water and then
You'd
you go,
blow out
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, so that with paint.
I'm trying to think of like, because I like that idea because that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like how you would pressurize it. Actually, I know exactly how you would do it. There's actually this thing that we use to blow out emulsion from our screens, and it's a pump system, and that would actually work a whole lot better than what I was thinking, like a CO2 thing, because you would have to like take a second and pause and like do this.
Yeah, so
and
like
then, yeah,
whoever's like faster.
basically.
You know what I
and
saw
then
once?
bow like
What's
that.
that?
It was this like performative art piece where this artist, he had two boxing gloves and he would dip them in paint, and like this big old wall was white, and he would just punch the thing.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the
So
name.
what if we had
Yeah.
just like a boxing match, but like they just dipped their shit in paint and they just fucking walloped on each other?
Because that's you still
I feel like that's basically boxing, and it would hurt. I don't want people to get hurt.
Yeah,
at
not
the
to
end of
mention
this.
like we're trying to keep it like 6 feet
Yeah,
for the most
Okay,
part.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then how about like
Or at least like distance.
distance. Yeah, so you have a little bit
toy
of distance.
swords that are
Yeah.
dipped in paint?
It's equally a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that again is like the metaphorical broom.
You
with,
don't
like,
even
the
have to get that
paintbrush-
close because
the paintbrush on the end of a stick, basically.
you could just
And
go
trying
like
to like.
you could just go like this, and then the paint would like splat on the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Not
it,
really though. If you had it on that thin side, it wouldn't really splat too much. You would kind of just like a line.
Yeah,
well, let's say you had a paintbrush like thicker than this, and you attach it onto the end of that, and you had a bucket of like those bucket of house paints, and you would choose your color.
Yeah.
And
Yo,
then yeah, you
you ever-
just dip, and then you could either
you ever
prod
use
or you could.
You ever use a
and-
slingshot?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you had like a little
Cotton ball type thing.
yeah, tiny little units of paint, and then you could just fucking whop them at each other.
Again, we're at paintball, and that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, you would make it so the thing that you would sling it in wouldn't get so taut where it would make that much force.
But imagine if that hit someone in the eye. Not saying that we wouldn't have eye protection of some
Yeah,
sort,
yeah.
but
Like a little face shield thing.
yeah, potentially possible.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. We really went into this. I think that if we want to do something like this, we can think about this at some other point.
Yeah,
We
for
have
sure.
like 2 weeks before the shit hits.
Yeah.
But I do like the idea of just taking like cans of paint, or just I have so much paint right there,
Right. Yeah. I got plenty of paint that
Yeah.
I'm not using anymore. That
and
was,
just attaching like
I'd
going
love
to
to get rid
Goodwill,
of, yeah.
getting a goddamn stick, and getting a thick paintbrush and just.
I
even
remember.
something as simple as just getting like just a regular paintbrush and just like literally just like whipping it and then just like have like paint splash.
Yeah.
And we can time it too, so like.
Actually, that's what I was thinking. I
Right.
thought that, but I forgot about it.
Yeah, just like time it, like give it like whatever 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Whoever gets the most paint on.
Well,
the
however much a
loses.
boxing round is, I think that's like Joe. You know this probably.
True. Yeah.
15 3-minute rounds with 1-minute breaks between the 3-minute rounds.
This would actually be a pretty goddamn fun event.
That would actually be pretty cool. Yeah.
I feel like that would be pretty cool, like
Yeah.
a paint event. Yeah, something to consider.
Yeah.
Something to consider. Yeah.
It needs a bit of refinement, but I'm sure.
Mhm.
But we got like 2 weeks, so we can figure
Exactly. We can figure something out.
it out. Yeah. So, yeah, Kevin, pull up.
Kevin, pull up.
Pull up, bro.
It's
You
fucking
won't-
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say to any viewer, that isn't me rewatching this because I'm egotistical for like the 31st time.
Uh-huh.
I'm actually genuinely impressed. You sat through that whole thing and you're still here. Like,
yeah, if you are.
you deserve a fucking medal,
It's
dude.
still recording.
Like,
And Sarah's asleep.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can't tell which finger that is.
Oh, you know which one that is.
That makes it
Yeah.
more clear.
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
like I said, apostrophe appreciate.
Apostrophe appreciate. Yeah. But yeah, so the Chux Collective is assembling, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Slowly but surely, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I do think it's got to get more
Needs to get more off the
narrowed.
ground. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. We have to have a set schedule for what we do. We have to get into more habitual, more
Well, do you-
habits.
Man-child support. That's a habit already.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, do you set a schedule for like Manchild episodes, or is it like
Not
kind of just
really.
off the cut? Well, I think that's probably
That's a
For a
good
start.
step in the
Yeah.
right direction.
set up like a weekly, like, all right, we're gonna do Manchild episode, blah blah blah, at this time, this out, whatever,
Yeah.
and just get consistent with it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just the two of you, just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah, no, we could easily do that just to
Yeah,
have
that,
something.
or just like,
Alright.
or if you could somehow bring another person, but yeah.
No, I mean, if anybody's free. I mean, Morgan was free last time, and
And I just happen to be here.
hold on, I gotta change the battery in the camera.
Of course.
But yeah, I would love to continue it. And Joe's free not all the time, but free any day after what 5, 7, something like that.
Yeah, 7, because sometimes work will fucking be a bitch. I gotta stay late.
As of now, I'm like mostly free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Until I can find a new job, but yeah.
Yeah. If anything, let's just.
What you live in West Hartford?
Windsor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an Amazon around there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want. I mean, that might be like my last resort. I don't know if I want to work on Amazon.
Yeah.
I kind of indifferent about it. But if I absolutely need the money, I will. Because right now I can kind of skate by for a little bit, but then eventually I'll hit a point where I'm just like, okay, I really need money.
Okay,
So-
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Oh, you tried, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome
Hola,
back.
¿cómo
Welcome back.
estás?
Yeah.
Let me actually get my sketchbook and I could start writing down things that I do or we do and things that I need to do.
How are you all doing tonight, viewers?
You know what I noticed?
I hope
You have
you're
actually
all,
a very nice voice when it
I
comes
hope-
to like microphone stuff. Like,
I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're safe.
Ooh, Joe, watch the.
Watch out, Joe.
Watch the beans.
It's
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on.
Hold on, let me just see if you can just like kick it.
Yeah, lift it up.
There you
perfect.
go. There you go.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are safe.
So
These are
Chuck-
troubling times, but we're here to make it a little better.
Indeed, indeed,
Yes,
indeed.
and I hope y'all are doing, like I said, doing well. Friendly reminder to drink more water.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
It's
Like even
important.
if you think like you drink enough water,
You don't.
it wouldn't hurt to drink a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Something I learned recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, this right here is 32 ounces. You want to get one of these in your
Ooh, yeah,
body
for
once
sure.
in a while.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look
Joe.
at Joe big flexing right now.
Are we still listening to the sound? We are. Okay, cool.
Okay, I got worried there for a second.
That's all good. So Joe,
¿Qué pasó?
you are. I think a role I would like you to play in the whole Chuck's production is keeping me, the wrangler, dude, because I can just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, I have a great amount
Pause.
of ideas.
Nothing.
Oh, pause.
So-
Oh,
All right. So
Sorry.
So I kind of keep your ass in gear.
Remember what me, you, and Morgan were talking about? Where it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we need, like, I have the space, I have the equipment, I have everything, I have the raw materials, but I need someone to remind me to continue to refine them,
Yeah.
so we can then produce the fabulous gold that is,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Yes?
what is some stuff that we need to do for Checks 2020? We have what? What do you,
Hold on.
Sorry, we're just being distracted by.
Pause.
by an outside source.
Okay.
By a certain someone
Okay, so we have Manchild support.
named Sarah.
Sarah's not listening.
Okay, so we have Manchild support
Yes.
on which days? Because we should probably do. I'm free every single Saturday.
Saturday
free
seems
for the
like a
entire
strong
day.
option.
Yeah, because you're free. You're free the entire day.
Saturday sounds like a good day.
Yeah,
for like
weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Trae?
Oh.
Free Saturdays?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. In and out guest for now.
Yeah.
But still,
I'll be like a reoccurring
I would very much hope so.
Yeah.
guest, yeah. Where I can kind of bring the laid back vibes.
Definitely. So Manchild support
I
Saturdays.
just had an idea.
What you got?
It's like, you know how you just put the...
That wasn't asked. Fuck you, first of
I
all.
was wondering what if you want to do something, but I don't want to impose. That's my also my problem. That's also my problem where I'm like I don't want to be a burden on other people's lives. What would you like to do, Sarah?
You on a burden.
What would you like to do with
I don't know
anything?
what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Well, what do you think you're good at, or something that you could add, not to be like?
Pretty much anything.
That's a very good point.
You know that
That's-
song
That's a
from
very strong assertion there.
that
Yeah.
pretty old movie? And
Yeah.
Can you prove
could
it?
I could do better.
On camera.
Probably Sarah.
Right
That's
now.
her, yeah.
I like
on
how the
Manchild.
camera actually hasn't seen you. I don't think you're in frame.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like I'm just talking to a
Hold
like,
on, let me check. I want to see if you're
like
actually in frame.
just the ephemeral world out there.
It's just your side. You were just. Wow.
Yes.
If you stand right there, people can't see you. That's just gonna death stare you, man.
Oh, okay.
Backs on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. You still haven't. You
Well,
still
I
haven't
need to
proven your
prove
claim.
myself to you.
I didn't say prove it to me. I said prove it to the camera.
Okay, but why do I need to prove myself to the camera?
Because we have presumably
Hi,
viewers.
buddy.
We've been going for an hour and 24.
Yeah, the people demand
But
answers.
why do I need to prove myself to people?
You don't.
Exactly.
Is the end result.
Because we
Trae,
have
you're fighting
viewers.
an uphill. You're actually
No,
fighting
you're
a
not.
directly
What?
90-degree angle
What
battle.
was that, you good?
But
Yeah, what are you
I
talking
just
about?
looked back.
Wow.
Joe's like wincing in pain, and he goes.
I was in pain. I was
You
just,
felt the power of the Holy Spirit.
I was like, alright.
I was just sighing through
Wow.
my nose. What's the matter?
Anyway.
yo, Jank Tank, this Jank
Oh,
Tank
that's the other one.
is about to get real
I
because
know.
I can sense the beef from so many people.
So we have Jank Tank.
We
About
got
to be
beef
fighting a
like
bunch-
a cattle ranch. In this
Yeah, like
bitch.
beef as in like Wendy's. Like where's the beef?
Where's
But like
the beef?
yeah,
It's right here in this garage.
yeah, it's right here. And apparently I'm gonna be fighting a lot of people. So yeah, bring your
Beefing?
20s.
It's
Yeah.
okay, Trey. I've
Alright.
been studying
I
the
gotta
blade.
get back to school. It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is
don't know
one
how
of
my
them.
roommates are gonna like react, you know. Well, because like
No,
my
I got you.
roommates last year were like, "You're coming home at 11:30 p.m. That's so late."
Okay.
That's late.
Oh my god,
Exactly.
my roommates were like.
They underestimate an art student's power.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, shout out to that lady at Starbucks who charged me a venti, but she gave me a Trenta.
What the fuck are you? Is that Italian?
Yeah, I didn't really understand that either.
Yeah.
I don't get
I couldn't decipher that.
I know.
Basically,
that was just, like,
that-
nonsense
shout
words.
Out to the lady at Starbucks who charged me for a large, but gave me a super large.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
That make more
Bet.
sense?
Yes,
Yes.
it does. Thank you. Straight English.
Why?
Joe, do you like that chair, or do you want to swap to the
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna bring that chair over there.
Okay, bet.
Over here. Hold this.
Hold that for you.
All
All right.
We'll be right back.
We will. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, whenever you want to come hang out, dude, door's always open.
I don't really have classes on Friday, so I feel like Saturday would be a good day.
I think that Saturdays are the days for Chucks for everything, and that actually reminds me.
When it comes to like midterms and finals, I might be like.
Obviously, yeah, no, that's completely fine. Again, just like Joe's out of college, so he's free and you good.
Yeah, I just felt like a shiver.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you want to, it's up to you. And then we have the
Hi,
S4M.
sweetness. Hi, sweetness.
Hold on. Let me see how Joe looks in this. By the way, side note. Alright, it was good seeing you, dude. Yeah, Joe, you can move yourself up a little bit more if you want.
There you go. Welcome.
Look at that.
This is not COVID friendly. So try this at home.
Hey, we're all healthy.
Stuff
Tested
going out,
probably.
okay.
Hopefully.
I got my.
Oh, that was a warning sign.
Yeah.
Alright, goodbye. It was nice meeting you
It was nice meeting
Bye.
you. Yeah.
Deuces.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, pup.
Okay.
Alright.
Now I can say goodbye
Smacking me with that.
with that tail.
Yeah.
Man, we are
Alright.
close together.
I don't give a shit.
We're nice and cozy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just
I'm cozy.
It's a little weird, but we can make it work.
It's okay.
All right, and we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back,
Welcome
ladies
back,
and
everyone.
gentlemen,
How you doing?
to Manchild Support.
You smell nice.
Thank
You watching. You smell nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You washed the
This
ass.
doesn't feel like
Congratulations.
usual Manchild support.
No, this one is more of just us talking about the future. I think that's what I'm going to title this. Just like the future of Chucks.
You know what I noticed throughout my whole life?
What you got?
I am most ambitious before I go to bed.
Word.
I am least ambitious when I get out of bed.
Word. Honestly, same. I find that I'm most creative, like, moments when I'm supposed to go to bed.
So,
Yeah.
honestly, so it's the middle of the day, 2 p.m. Honestly, how much strong of a shit are you going to give about all this?
A lot, honestly. I
Really?
hope so. I have to. I'm writing it in purple, dude. That's some universal shit. This has to happen. This is Chuck's 2020.
All right.
So, keeping it easy, we got Manchild Support with Joe and Joe, and guest. We have Jank Tanks, which happen whenever. We have the S4M, which is a radio
Okay.
station. Oh, she's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just gonna hang out. Cause we're here, so she's not gonna follow her out there. But if everybody left, she'd probably.
Jade.
Gotcha.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah, we did. That works.
All right.
Good girl, Jade.
Welcome.
So yeah, so the radio station is basically going to be just featured artists. And then we're gonna have, I don't know. I still want to do painting with Padilla.
Oh yeah, we're like
It's like the Bob Ross.
yeah.
Yeah. We could also do painting with Trae. Honestly, just painting with artists or just kind of talking about it. Oh, that's the
Yeah.
other thing. Interviewing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like lessons.
Basically free lessons. Free
Yeah,
art
yeah,
lessons.
yeah.
Instead of going to, what is it? Masterclass or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Skillshare, you could just do it here. You know, full free. So, Trae, do you off the dome, do you have an idea for a name which you would want to call your interviewing show?
I don't know.
The third degree.
Why
The third degree.
You don't know the science, the history behind that term?
No.
No.
All right. Back in the turn of the
All right.
No, you're good. I just looked at the thing and
It's like,
so in like the early 1900s, think about the Al Capone days.
I'm sitting in.
So the criminal justice system was just evolving into kind of what it is today. Ballistic investigations, like studying bullets and like how they were fired, that kind of shit was just getting invented. And interrogation, interviewing like crime suspects was way different. There were 3 degrees. First degree, they would talk to you and influence you only by threats. No, I think that was the 2nd degree. The 3rd degree, they actually acted on the threats and started beating you up.
I don't think Trae's gonna. I don't think
Beat
Trae's
people
gonna
up?
Beat people up.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to do that.
Chamomile tea with Trae.
But yeah, but that's why.
How about 10 minutes or more?
10 minutes or more.
Yeah.
All right, shit.
I don't know why.
It reminds me of the 60 minutes thing.
Yeah. Just like get 10 minutes. 10-minute interview, but sometimes could occasionally go off
That's short and sweet. 10
into
minutes.
10 minutes or more.
With
Like
like
some-
Trae or just 10 minutes more?
I think just 10 minutes or more.
All right, cool. 10 minutes.
Yeah,
more.
just like sometimes it would just be 10-minute interviews, and other times, if the vibe is good, we just talk for however long.
I really like that, especially if you do it to like this kind of music or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some bossa nova or whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah, lo-fi.
like if the interview is going really well, or like it's really engaging, like
Yeah.
just keep it going.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
like 10 minutes more.
Yeah, but like 10 minutes just being like the general cutoff time.
Like talk to me about whatever you want. for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's basically kind of like what I did with you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a nice transition to that. Just
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I got
think
an
it works.
idea.
Huh?
So,
Yeah.
you know how like some people call in
Mm-hmm.
to like a place because they want advice?
Sure.
What if people called us for advice?
That'd be a bad idea.
Would
Us?
people,
But that would be entertaining.
would people
Us?
want our advice though? That's the thing.
Tiger Belly already does a thing kind of like that, which is another podcast. They call it unhelpful advice.
Right.
Yeah.
You can make
So
your own
Jake
grade.
and Amir. I
We
used
could.
to listen to those guys when I was in
Call
high
it
school.
shitty advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Really
don't
shitty
do
advice.
this. Like
Yeah. Chucked up advice. Okay.
chucked up advice.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
was chucked up advice is way cooler.
Okay. Chucked up
A-D-V-I-C-E.
You know what would be a good name?
What you got?
Shut the chux up. That's what's right now.
Up chucks.
Up chucks?
Yeah.
Is that where we try to...
That sounds like a blooper reel thing.
We don't
That
do
does
bloopers.
actually, yeah.
We do not do bloopers.
The whole
Bloopers-
thing is bloopers.
Bob, sorry, the entire thing is bloopers at this point.
This entire episode is like, hey, watch three and a half people talk, and basically just listen to some doomer.
My
jokes.
entire fucking life has been a blooper.
Yeah, you're there, dude.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, actually, can we take a break and try the 10 minutes more?
Yeah.
Feel up to that?
Sure.
All right, cool. Oh, look at that.
What's that mean?
The recording stopped. So that's the
Is the disc full?
No, I don't think so. I think the
So,
recording just stopped.
how do you want to do it? Do you want to just interview me or I interview you?
You interview the person.
Okay.
You interview me.
There you
Alright.
go. And you could interview me and we could have our first 2 episodes. I forgot. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break. This might be the end of Manchild support. We've been rolling on for about a minute. We've been rolling on for about an hour 34 on our time. I don't know what it is edited on your time. But still, it's been a while. Thank you for listening, tuning in, and we'll catch you a little bit later. Yeah. Alright, this has been Trae, Joe, and Joe. Thank you for listening to Manchild Support.
Goodbye, eat vegetables.
Goodbye, eat your vegetables.
Don't be a fool.
Don't be a fool.